Hey everybody, it's Brent once again, and I wanted to talk to you today just a little bit about, I guess, Twitter, but not so much, more about the social universe in relation to business and how our culture is impacted and changed by what we're all experiencing today and with social media. If you think about it, like 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, before things like Twitter went very mainstream, companies were still able to communicate with their consumer base by just advertising, taking out ads, and blasting the shotgun method, blasting their message out. And today, and even more so in the next couple years, it's starting to really drastically change, where people, consumers, want to know that there's a relationship between the company that they're purchasing from. And remember, I've said it before, people don't do business with your company anymore. They do business with people. People like interaction. They like to talk to each other. And we're seeing this really transform our culture today in a lot of ways, because it's no longer acceptable to be part of something that you don't have any opportunity to share your opinion. And Twitter is a perfect example of this. Twitter is a relational type of social network. It's us talking to each other, us having a dialogue back and forth. And yeah, I've got a lot of messages that I put out there that you may not find interesting or whatever, but we do interact. And that's why it's very important as a Twitter user to be responding to people and asking questions and answering questions. And that's extremely important, to have that relationship. And as a company, it's even more so. You think about just even like I said, a few years ago, these large corporations really had no clue who we were. They were gigantic, and there was no way that we could ever even approach. I mean, we could send them a letter or an email or something like that, but it really just didn't go anywhere or do anything. Today, it's totally changed. I don't even want to do business with a company that isn't willing to listen to me. They may be perfect. They may do a great job. I may never have to say a thing, but I want to know that I can. And that's the difference in today's society. So you, as a business owner or a entrepreneur or whatever it is you may be, it's extremely important that you create a conduit for connecting with your customers, and care about what they say, and talk up to them and have conversations. It's so important. A good example, I think, that kind of demonstrates this is 2 years ago in Beijing, there was the Olympics, and the opening ceremony was out of this world. They spent so much. They spent like $300 or $400 million making one of the most amazing shows I've ever seen. I mean, those of us who've seen it, just blew our minds. It was so awesome. But then I was watching the opening ceremonies for this Winter Olympics that's going on right now, and it was such a different feel. It was so less of a show and more about the people. It's almost like they were saying and I'm not picking on Beijing at all, it's just our culture has changed. It's almost like they were saying that a country isn't just a country. A country is made up of people. People are the foundation. And so there were all these voices and all these people saying different things. Even a guy that was discovered on YouTube said the most inspiring, heartfelt, passionate poem I've ever heard delivered. And it wasn't the fact that the poem was amazing, although it was, but it was his heart and his passion behind it. And I loved connecting with him on that level. And the people and the voices that were coming out and talking about, we're the people of this country. Welcome to this country. This is what our culture is calling for. Today, in this day and age, it is all about people. So if you're a business, if you're a person, if you're a whatever, be personable, connect with people, have conversations, be real. It will make you relevant. It'll be the best thing you could ever do. If you get on Twitter, have a conversation. If you're in Facebook, create an environment for people to feel safe. And it's going to change the way you do everything. And I promise it's only just getting started.